Very important things to keep in mind there. That again was Deputy Director of the National Hurricane Center, Jamie Rome, taking some time to talk to us about the impending effects from Debby that we're going to see here in the state this week. Want to quickly jump back to, of course, 24 hours ago, folks in northern Spartanburg and northern Greenville counties. You remember it was this time last night you were starting to get soaked. Just look at some of the rainfall estimates from those thunderstorms that just kind of sat and dumped a lot of rain, prompted the flash flooding that we saw. There's a radar estimated 4.6 inches of rain in a pocket just south of Boiling Springs, 2.1 inches of rain estimated by radar up near the Chesney area, 3 inches northwest of Duncan, nearly 6 inches of rain estimated on radar right in between Highland and Taylor's, and about 3.5 closer to Slater, Marietta, and all of that falling over a relatively short period of about 2 to maybe 3 hours. So thankfully we didn't get any additional storms there today to re-exacerbate any flooding on that very saturated ground. In fact, here at this hour tonight on satellite and radar, things are overwhelmingly quiet. We're just beginning to see the far outer edge of some high clouds from Debby trickling in across Greenwood and Newberry counties. Any little hints of showers and storms that we saw from earlier this evening are over and done with for the night. So that means all eyes, of course, transfixed here on Debby. And you can actually see here on the satellite and radar loop, it's not a fully enclosed eye quite yet, not something that we see on the satellite feeds, but this little patch here suggests that some further intensification may be going on right now, and we actually may be getting a more well-formed eye to develop. Nonetheless, though, still pumping intense rainfall bands in over the Tampa area, most of northern Florida, while southern Florida now is getting a bit of a break. And then the storm expected to start drifting toward Georgia and the South Carolina coast over the next few days. So let's walk you through it here. Going from tonight into tomorrow morning, we'll eventually watch for landfall sometime tomorrow morning, most likely. Expected to be a Category 1 hurricane when that occurs in the Big Bend region of Florida. Then going from there into tomorrow afternoon and evening, here's 2 o'clock. A lot of that more intense rain from the system starts to set up over southern Georgia, just beginning in places like Charleston, perhaps a few showers up toward Myrtle Beach. And here tomorrow afternoon, we'll actually get likely at least a couple of isolated showers or storms on the far fringe of Debby, but nothing like, of course, what's going to be going on to our south. Into tomorrow evening, not a whole lot of change, just torrential rains continuing across southeast Georgia. And then eventually there you see it really picking up steam over the South Carolina coast, most of the low country and the Midlands over the course of tomorrow night into Tuesday morning. And then the system just continues to kind of sit and spin through Tuesday, barely drifting along the South Carolina coast through 6 p.m. on Tuesday as more and more of those rains pummel the coast, move their way inland. And even as we go out to Wednesday, all the way out, in fact, to midday on Wednesday, you see it there. If it breaks up for a little bit, that rain likely eventually fills in, because where this center of circulation is going to be, if that's the exact spot, but anywhere along the coast here, it's just helping to pull this big fetch of moisture in off of the Atlantic Ocean. So again, not an exaggeration to say that potentially historic rain and flooding could be unfolding there, while we're more on the periphery with some breezy conditions and occasional showers and storms locally. Doesn't mean we're not going to get some heavy downpours of our own. It looks like a good bet through Friday. Many parts of the upstate poised to pick up 1 to 4 inches of rain, but you see how it just goes up so quickly as you go off toward the southeast. Midlands area, I think a good bet is about 4 to 8 around the Columbia area. A foot to 16 inches of rain, including Myrtle Beach, good chunk of the low country, and that big bullseye, Savannah to Charleston, 20 plus inches of rain possible there by the end of the week. So we'll keep you updated on the slow progress of Debby, but everything that changes, we will get you updates as soon as they become available, so make sure you stay tuned. In the meantime, for tonight, 72, your overnight low temperature. We're going to get back here actually real quick to the 7-day forecast if we can, because really it's just going to be dominated by Tropical Storm Debby. Highs in the upper 80s this week, low 90s on Wednesday, but isolated storms breezy throughout the week, and some of that will apply to the mountains as well, although you'll have some lighter rainfall amounts there.